I have the honor of closing it out. I know I'm like up here every 2 minutes. I have the honor of introducing someone who is literally oxygen. She is energy. She is breath. She is, with every word she speaks, she is life and energy. Dr. Roz Roach, you all know her. She's a global consultant, a philanthropist, and she has been incredibly active in terms of being the ED of Dr. Roz's Healing Place in Toronto, Women's Lives Matter, and always supporting Caribbean families that are affected by violence. And she is going to come up here and say, this was worth the wait. She is a phenomenal. There she goes.
You all, yeah? I know you all are really tired. And you're not just tired because you're sitting here. You are all tired because of the work that you all have been doing. Now, I am so touched and so moved to be hanging out with sisters, all of them, each and every one of them I know personally at some point of my growth. You know, tonight I ran into Nancy. I hadn't seen Nancy for years. And I say, hi, Nancy. And Nancy said, oh, is that the young woman who likes to drink water? Yes, Nancy. Water and lemon. And this is 30 years ago, eh? I'm still drinking water and lemon. Okay, so I actually don't know what I want to do for you, but I'm going to do something. But before I do this something, I want to tell you all a story. Do you have the time? I'll be brief, but I'll keep you engaged so we can stay here until 10 tonight. I'm listening to my sisters talk tonight, and everything they said happened to be truthful. Every single thing they said, because I was there in their lives. I know their journeys, and I've piggybacked on all of them. I'm 75 years old, and they are all 80-something. So I got in their life about 50 years ago, 30 years ago, and I stayed in their lives. I followed them, and I developed through them. But I'll tell you a true story. About 30-something years ago, I had the opportunity to go into all or most women's organizations in Toronto to be a change agent. And I went into one woman's shelter at the corner of Brimley and Sinclair. It was called the Emily Stowe Shelter for Women. I'm black. I have a heavy Caribbean accent. I'm wearing dreadlocks. At that time, dreadlocks was a no-no. It was not a style. So after doing my consultant work, a child grabbed my skirt, began to cry, and wanted to leave with me. I thought that was quite weird, because most of the people in there, they couldn't relate to me because I looked so different. And I behave different as well, eh? I don't just look different. And I took the child, and the staff came and removed the child from my skirt and took the child away. I went into my vehicle. In those days, I had a car phone that was big like this. I called a dear friend, a black woman, and I said to her, you know, I really want to raise money and to close my private practice and build a center for abused women and children with a mandate to eradicate violence. And my dear friend said to me, Roz, why would you want to do that? With all your education, that does not pay. And immediately she took away my thunder. So what did I do next? I called my soulmate, my sister, my dearest friend, and someone who's been in my life consistently, and I can trust. That person was Senator Marilou McPhedran. I called Marilou and I said, Lulu, where are you? I know she's going to feel shy because she does not like me to talk about her like that on stage too much. I said, Lulu, where are you? She said, I'm at Women's College Hospital. I said, can I see you this evening? She said, yes, meet me at the McGill Club. Now, the McGill Club was a white woman club. Rich white woman, it appeared. So when I go to that club, I'm wearing dreadlocks. They often thought I'm Marilou's housekeeper. And I'm not kidding you. So I said, Lou, do you know when I come there how I'm treated? Marilou said what she said. I'm not going to tell you what she said. But she said, please meet me there. So I met Marilou at McGill Club. So we got into the hot tub where everything happens for me, in a hot tub. And I said to Marilou is sitting on the top of the tub and I'm in the water. And I said, Lulu, I want to close my private practice and I want to raise money to build a center for abused women and children, a place where they can heal the trauma from violence. And Marilou looked down with her beautiful eyes, looked down at me, and she said, Roz, do you know the magnitude of such a project? However, if anyone can do it, it's you. Boom! 6 years later, we opened Dr. Roz's Healing Place, a center for abused women and children and youth in the struggle, with a mandate working towards the eradication of violence locally, nationally, and globally. Thank you, Lulu. So, when we talk about the power of women and the femtors and the power that they have to make changes, they're sitting right here. All they have to say is one sentence sometimes. You can do it. Break down the barriers, kick them down if you have to, and you do what you need to do to protect women and children. I had to say that, doing that. But before I go further, I want to call some of my friends, my sisters, mentors, to say a quick word or two. Suzanne,